Honestly, still cannot believe that I'm here. Oh, I waited 3 months for this. On a random day a few months ago, I was scrolling on Airbnb as I often do, and I came across this place. I honestly did not have to think twice. I picked a day and waited for it to come. But then this happened.
Storm Helene. Several towns have been left in ruins
as Hurricane Helene.
Category 4 Hurricane Helene slammed into Florida's Big Bend region on Thursday night, September 26th.
On the night I was going to drive up there, a massive hurricane decided to hit Florida. My initial plan was to get out of work 12 a.m. and be there by 3 a.m. while some of the hurricane was still hitting. For a moment, I thought it was safe to drive up there while some of the hurricane was still hitting. Either way, I did not let my lack of sense win, and I waited for the next morning to start the adventure. The place is in Orlando, only 3.5 hours away from where I live. It was honestly the perfect place to practice my filmmaking and photography. It was so peaceful and surrounded by nature. You have a tiny forest right next to you. In the front you have a pond, really beautiful pond with a tiny bridge. And it feels, even though this place is not completely isolated, it is on a bigger property where there's a main house, you don't feel a lack of privacy at all. This place gives me a lot of potential to work with. Yeah, I can practice my photography, videography. Yeah, the plan sounds pretty good. Dinner is about to be made. Looks pretty. Presenting the sous chef, Toby, the sous chef, right? Hey Toby, you're the sous chef. I know. Nice. At night, you don't really would enjoy being outside because there's a lot of bugs and a lot of noises. There was honestly a really weird noise coming from the pond in front of the tiny house. But honestly, at night, it's just a moment to be inside and enjoy the coziness. I was just cooking and watching TV, and yeah, that was basically it. On another note, since I'm a very curious cat, I found out about the company that actually builds these tiny homes, these 3D printed tiny homes. And you can actually buy one of these units for $35,000, which to me is crazy. Of course, you need to add to that the cost of delivering and other features that you might want. But to have one of these units sitting on your backyard and, I don't know, starting an Airbnb business for under or for a little bit more than $35,000, it's completely insane and worth it. I had somebody ask me, and I think more people ask me this question, if I'm not afraid to do this type of trips all by myself. And even this one, that was, for some people it can be kind of scary to be in the middle of nowhere at night and by yourself, and being a woman and considering that I live in the US and all that. But no, I'm not afraid, I'm not scared of doing this. I really enjoy it. It fills me, whenever I do these trips, it really fills me with joy. And I love the change of surroundings and perspective. To me, it just feels like a one big adventure. Even though I might think like, whoa, I'm crazy. Like, I'm going to the middle of nowhere to this tiny home. It could be, I don't know, a scam or whatever. But for me, it's just a big adventure, not really knowing what to expect. So yeah, and another answer I gave was that I really like to practice my freedom, which is something that when I used to live in Cuba, I don't think, even though I've always been a really adventurous person, I think it's pretty hard because of the lack of financial freedom you have there to really go many places. You usually just hang out around the city that you are. But coming here to the US, I have been able to, in a short amount of time, visit so many places and have like tiny adventures. Maybe just like driving 2 hours away from Miami to go to Naples and see how it is, or coming here to Orlando. It really fills me with a sense of freedom that I have never experienced before. and I'm really grateful for it. So to anyone watching this, I just really hope that adventure finds you soon.